Are we now coming into the summer season of wave three? Well, possibly with high probability. So the last few months may have been the correction before the real opportunity because markets tend to build up energy over time. Take a good look at this and why the next 12 to 18 months in particular could be a window traders would regret missing. And this is really based around the technical edge. So first things first, I want to address the elephant in the room. Just the question that most people are thinking if you've been with me for the last 3 to 6 months, especially if you've been with me for the last 12 to 18, 24 months, has the edge changed? Have the market conditions changed? Well, today I'm going to answer those technically using pattern price, time, and momentum. So the key takeaway that I want you to really think about today, and I'm going to make it really clear, is trends inside corrections versus trends inside major trends. And they're not the same game. The edge has not changed. The market season has about to, what looks like to be, switch into the summer wave 3 and wave 5 season. Different market seasons do produce very different trading results. The pattern price time does coincide. Again, when you're riding a larger trend, it's just much easier. So not all trends are equal. So let's just talk this through and we're going to make it really practical and look at the 12 markets or some of the 12 markets that we trade because there are some key reversal zones and we're just now waiting for the pattern reversal signal. So minor trends inside macro corrections. These are harder, choppier, more break-evens, weaker follow-through. That's just, minor trends within corrections. Then we've got macro wave one. This is like the initial leg of a new trend. These can be really good, early reversals, good opportunities, but still more uncertain. Often takes a few more attempts to catch those trends. Wave threes, these are our favorites. These are the strongest expansion phase of the market, strongest buying and selling behavior of the market. Tends to have the best follow through and the highest conviction once it reaches or it goes beyond the escape velocity, the initial part of the move. Wave fives, now these are really high probability because we've got a lot more data, usually more mature, but don't tend to be as explosive as wave threes. Macro wave Cs and also wave Es as well. They can be quite powerful, especially on the larger degree. We're going to take a look at a few of those. Directional moves that often complete the larger correction. But the best of the best, when they do occur on a macro level, is wave threes of wave threes and wave threes of wave fives. If you've done the pattern TA mastery with Elliott Wave, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to break this down again. The danger after a drawdown, which is what in and going through and coming towards the tail end of, is not just losing money, but the danger is emotionally switching off because of the fear of just losing more money right before the markets move into the season that you were initially waiting for. And this is what we're going to cover today, and this is why today matters. So let's start with this. Right? Question for you. Here's a chart. I've just drawn on the Elliott wave count. It's a 5-wave count to the upside and a 3-wave count to the downside. So wave 1, wave 2. Where do you think? Again, just answer this to yourself and actually answer it to yourself. Where do you think it's easiest to make money in this trend? Like in this whole move, let's say this was a 12 to 18 month move. Where is it? Is it inside the macro correction or inside the trend season? So what are we referring to? Well, over here, we've got this macro correction phase happening in the market. And this is the trend season of the market. Now, both can produce great setups. There's no two ways about it. But it's much easier, especially when you catch a trend, to make money during this type of move and this type of move than it is during a correction. Now, again, and it's good to know what season you're in and when you're looking for opportunities because the expectations can slightly change as well. Well, the market that we're actually looking at, this is actually the Euro US dollar. Now, this is really important because since this high to this low, that's January 2026 to June 2026. So we've been in this potential wave 2 correction. There's a couple of different wave counts. Could be a complex correction. But basically, we've been in a sideways market for a number of months, at least 6 months. So macro correction conditions. Harder, choppier trading, smaller trends inside bigger corrections. There's been some decent moves, but it's harder to stay in the trend. Often you catch the move, but you get stopped out. And it just takes a lot more attempts and can be just a tougher season. What we anticipate now, if this is, and again, the operative word is if, The weekly momentum will suggest it is. The pattern position will suggest it is. We're a bit shy on the price. It hasn't quite reached the ideal price retracement. But what we're looking for is a confirmation of the end of this correction. And what typically follows after wave 2, if this is a successful wave 1, wave 2 macro, then we're looking for a wave 3. Right? And prior to that, we had a wave 1, wave 2. So this is actually potentially a wave 3 of wave 3, which is the best conditions that we want if we do get the reversal. And we need some confirmation. It's early, we're at the tail end of a high probability end of wave 2, and we're waiting for those pattern reversal signals. So this is where the trend following edge can become most fruitful. In particular, if this does play out, and there's a high probability that we'll reach these price zones eventually, this actual move is actually a wave 3 of wave 3 of a potential wave 3. In other words, this one over here, this one in particular here, that can be really, really explosive. So again, once we get the weekly bullish reversal, we get some daily reversals. We're looking for setups. And again, the initial move, but definitely the second leg. The second leg of the move can be the most strongest and the most fruitful. So that's the euro. Well, let's take a look at this second market. You may be able to guess what it is. But again, where is it easiest to make money? So this is a few years of data on a weekly chart. Inside the macro correction, so the recent correction, this has been this choppy overlapping wave structure, or these moves over here, and over here. Well, clearly the wave 3s is going to be optimal, and wave 5s are going to be great as well. So you may have guessed, have a guess to yourself what market you think this is. It is in fact gold. So this is actually gold, recent conditions. Now there's been valid trades. Like we just got a 14R on unit 2 with elite entry as part of this move over here. But nonetheless, it has been part of a correction, right? Overlapping wave structures. And prior to that correction, we had these nice impulsive moves. But what happens after a correction? Well, if this is a wave 3, then we should get a continuation to above this. So the recent conditions, again, choppy, harder. Again, we've been in valid trades, got stopped out, break-evens, lots of break-evens, losses, etc., etc. So this has been the last 6 months from the high to now, again, overlapping. What do we anticipate? Well, this is what we anticipate. If this is the end of a high probability potential correction, possible wave 4, and that the correction has been lasting 6 months, it's a good opportunity for wave 5. And now wave 5 breaks down typically into a 5-wave structure. So if we get that reversal, first leg, pullback, and especially this second leg, this is the best opportunity. And then this part here tends to be the highest probability opportunity because we've got more data. When this trend has like made a new high, it's more established. I wouldn't be overly surprised if it really overextends because it's gold and we had this overextension down over here. So breaking all-time new highs may create euphoric panic buying. So we want to identify the end of this trend, and we've been patiently trading this correction. And again, there was an ABC, and then we had a DE, and now we're looking for this move towards the upside. The weekly momentums are about to make a bull reversal. Next week we might make a bull reversal. The next 1 or 2 weeks, anticipating the end of this particular correction. Now I'm going to speed through a few of the other key markets that I'm keeping a really close eye on. Again, we've been standing aside with a lot of them over the last few weeks, just waiting for the high probability next setup. So this is oil. Potentially high probability from a technical perspective, looking at the, I know there's a geopolitical environment out there, and it's a highly manipulated market. So if we just ignore everything and go, more often than not, the technicals play out. Yeah, whatever that means for the world, we go, let's just focus on the technicals for now. We've had a very impulsive move to the upside that's broken down to a 5-wave structure. We've had a pretty textbook A, B, C correction or near completion of this. And it's been from April, May, June to 2-3 months thereabouts, this correction. What typically occurs after a correction was a continuation of the former trend. This will be the minimum expectations, but more than likely, we're probably going to see these price levels hit. So this is a really nice setup, but we need to wait for the reversal. There will be early reversals. They sometimes carry the best risk reward, but it means increased risk with increased reward. Or we can just simply wait for the first minor pullback and then get the next move. Our first focus will be the wave 1, but definitely the wave 3 of the potential wave 3. That's always the best setup. That's in the coming weeks. And again, we we can see that the weekly momentums have been pretty good in terms of getting the lows. So we got this next weekly cycle. It may last 3, 6, 8 weeks thereabouts. Then we have the next cycle, and then the next cycle, and the next cycle. And these are going to be the key opportunities over the coming months. What market's next? This particular market is, let's see if you can have a guess what it is. You might be able to. So we've zoomed out. We're looking at the macro thesis. We've actually updated the wave count on this, mainly because with this market, we've made a new local high. And it's actually the US dollar, Canadian dollar. We've had this impulsive move towards the downside. And now what looks like to be a B, C correction of a wave 2. If this is a wave 2, what should we anticipate next is a wave 3. And a weekly momentum will strongly support that as well. So the bigger picture, major trend that takes time to set up. So it's been a long correction. So we're talking about June 2025 to June 2026. So even though there's been some good moves in it, and we've made some decent money with the US dollar, Canadian dollar over the years, it's actually been a sideways market within this 12-month period. And especially, again, there's some decent moves in this period, but we're expecting this wave 3. So the market to roll over. So we're now just waiting for the early pattern reversal signals, and we want to take an early entry, get the first leg on the downside, but especially the second leg to the downside. That will be the most fruitful. And then the next leg, and then there'll probably be a wave 4 correction, and then a follow through further again. A few more markets that are really shaping to potentially be a summer season. And what I mean by summer is wave 3s, wave 3 or wave 3s on the macro, wave 5s and wave 3s or wave 5s. They're the key ones that we're looking at. So this market, again, it's been a long drawn out correction. It's been a 6-month correction, a big sell-off, which we're anticipating. And it's been a sideways market. And the way you want to think about corrections, more often than not, it's like a spring that's winding up kinetic energy. And once the spring is let go, it literally takes off. And we anticipate it's taking off towards the upside. We had an overextension, and this is silver, by the way. This is silver, an overextension with silver, a pretty steep sell-off. And this level has held 3 times. So it's a strong support zone. Will it make a new low? Maybe, maybe not. But we're waiting for a reversal. The weekly momentums will highly indicate that we are at or near a weekly low. We may have already made the low, or we might have one more local low to go. But we're just looking for that first strong move to the upside, pull back, and then get the first leg, and then the pullback, and then especially the second leg. And technically, it's a wave 5 or potential wave 5. But we really want to pay special attention to this wave 3 of wave 5 and also the wave 5 of wave 5 over the coming weeks and months ahead. A couple more. This particular market is the US dollar, Japanese yen. Now, this market has been recently added, the FastPass FX. Now, it's been in a long-term correction, and you may not be able to say it unless you really zoom out. And we've only zoomed into the ABC part of this market. And what we mean by the ABC is this part of the market, an A, a B, and a potential completion of a wave C, a macro wave C. And obviously, this macro wave C would have been a good opportunity to trade. That's what I was referring to as a macro wave C, because after a large correction, we tend to get a continuation. But now what we're waiting for is some type of confirmation that this correction is indeed complete. Now, we won't know for a strong signal until this swing low is exceeded, but there'll be early indications at this part of the market, and that's what we're going to be looking for. So macro picture, years in the making. This is 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. It was from March 2020 to June 2026 in terms of this low to this high. That's 6 years of a correction. And we anticipate a multi-year downward trend. And again, there'll be pullbacks. We're looking at the first leg, a wave 1 or 8, and there'll probably be some type of larger pullback. And then we're looking for a further continuation towards the downside. So US dollar, Japanese yen, again, it's one of the reasons we brought this. It wasn't necessarily for the short-term play. It was like, what's this doing on a macro picture? And over the weeks, months, and years to come, we're probably going to see some really nice trends with this particular market. I think this might be the last one. This is the pound yen. Now, there is a crossover, some type of correlation, but they're also unique and individual at the same time with the US dollar, Japanese yen, pound yen. This one, again, macro thesis. We've had this strong, impulsive move to the downside for a 5-wave structure. What typically occurs after a 5-wave structure is a 3-wave correction. And it's been a big macro correction. And the last part, the wave C, again, has been from March 2020 to June 2026. So we're talking about 6 years of this wave C. But it looks like it's coming towards an end, and we're looking for that reversal. We're looking for early reversals. Now, it's important to note when we're looking at a market like this, we're most interested in the first initial move, which tends to be a 5-wave structure. That will typically be followed by a wave 2 of some sort. And then we're looking for that second move towards the downside. Now, there will be opportunities in these wave 2s, but the major summer season is when it's got the wave 1's good, wave 3's great, and wave 5's also very good. And we want to be paying attention to those as well. So today, this was a zoomed out potential high probability based on pattern, price, time, and momentum coming out of this long drawn out 6-12 month correction phase, mainly the last 6 months in particular, with a lot of the key markets. But some of these corrections has been going on a lot longer. So the last few months may have been a test of patience. And I know it's not easy. Drawdowns, flat periods, because you can still make money in the micro trends. That's why we trade them. But they're just harder, choppier, lower win rate, more break evens, but we never know in advance. And often we'll be in the trade, stopped out, and then the trend takes off. We saw that with a few of our recent trades. So the next 12 to 18 months, maybe the reward for staying switched on. Now, when you've been trading for 20 years, you just go through these seasons, and it's very normal. It's a function of trading, and you have to be ready. And often the markets are in a position to reverse, but they don't, and the correction continues. And that's been true for the euro. It was in a position to complete a few months ago. It didn't. It continued. Gold was the same. And there was a few other markets. Oil, there was a potential position. It was in a position to complete a few weeks ago. It's made a new low. So we're just waiting for the reversals. And every time it's in a position to reverse, we need to be ready, pull the trigger. And if it does reverse, rewrite the trend. And if it doesn't, we just wait for the next high probability trade set. So there you go, guys.